Khubor ka Batesi TV. Lawan Rashapi da ka Orange Nissan Looms Hopo near Fire Brigade Shillong. Ringkat bat ka net foodish. Ordar mapi. Minwan ra mangi hakerdog ying jongpi.
Unong ilam jongkel yang persya ke ying dorbar tauan uk Dr. Mukul Sangma harengkat ke jing senran lang jongki MLA ke seng Kongres aga lai terik ubana jeliu arajar arpuai kila hiar jurib yagi arteli ki jaka ajing sumar haribhoi district ki bekentup ya ke maternity and child hospital ke badan hakasnong umran yang bernai bat ya ke nongpo civil hospital kenang banlap hadu katno ke sorkar jela kala penkrek pura na ke benta ban yakun tma persya ya ke jing pangkelam COVID-19. Nagaliang Dr. Mukul Sangma habaya keren bat kilat pathai khubor ula penpau ya ke jing bemhun halor ke jing penkrek jong ke sorkar jela ban yakun tma persya ya ke kelam COVID-19 haribhoi district pada kejo kepor ula ongru babon ki jing penkrek kidang long ki baduna hadu kata-kata. Wadla ka Temri Boy kadai ke district ke Bawan Baar hapo kene ke Jela Meghalaya ban mat ye ke jingsha den shop ting e hagane ke jingpang klam COVID-19 hagane ke kenti ke Baar.
In our collective endeavor to fight against this COVID-19 pandemic, we have been visiting all the districts, particularly the facilities which has been created to fight against this pandemic, including the institutional COVID care centers, the community corona isolation center, the dedicated COVID-19 hospitals, and the kind of necessary infrastructure which are required to be ramped up, including the manpower related issues. Today, we have visited that MCH hospital in Umrah. The work is still on. Hopefully, they should expedite the whole process of this further finishing work of the infrastructure. But as of now, it's not operational. Now, the only facility which is available in Rivhoi district is only this civil hospital in as far as treatment for the COVID patients are concerned. Now, after having seen and after having collected all the inputs here pertaining to the facilities available here, including the manpower, see, the facility available here is not enough to save lives. If these facilities would have been ramped up, including the manpower, we could have saved more lives. We have been, from the day one after seeing the death count, we have been very, very concerned about the very alarming number of death count. If you look at the percentage, the proportion between the positive cases, new cases on a daily basis, and the death count, it has been always on a higher side, 2.5% to 3% it went around, which is very, very high. Therefore, it was necessary for us to find out what exactly is the reason. There are a number of factors. One part is that the home isolation part and the delay in decision of the patient to actually sit the patient who requires immediate hospitalization, the duration, the decisiveness in transferring the patient to a hospital. Another part is obviously whether in the hospital we are being able to provide the right kind of intervention when the patients admitted in course of the progress of the disease start developing, if the cases ultimately turn into critical condition. I am very sad to see that other than civil hospital Shillong, none of the hospitals in the state can actually save the lives of the patients if they develop to more critical condition requiring ICU intervention. Number one, there is no manpower. So though we have the ventilators, though we have the ICU, they cannot be operationalized to save lives. We are very unfortunate to see that we have not been able to be ready. Doctors are here, they are trying their best. I can see the frustration amongst the frontline workers. Because what is more frustrating to the frontline workers than seeing their patient succumbing? If they see fatality rate going up, it will obviously have toll on the frontline workers. They'll have real problem of stress and strain. And this is because the facility available, notwithstanding the manpower backup, there should have been people who can operate the ventilators. There should have been manpower put in place who could operate the ICUs to save lives whenever there is a critical case. But this is not happening. This has not yet happened. You cannot expect patients from Nongpo to be shifted to Shillong for further intervention when you're talking about saving a patient which has gone to a critical condition. So these are things which we have discussed. We will articulate them accordingly. The HODs are here. The DCs are now able to understand what are the deficiencies which are identified now, how we can actually ensure that these deficiencies are addressed at the earliest and save lives. See, that is one part, assuring of something to be done and assuring that something which is in the pipeline will be completed on time. That is one part. But what is required is that whatever has been done and whatever is being done, whether they are enough. Even now here, if you look at the oxygen plant which is being installed, hopefully it will be done by another 3 days, 4 days. That's what is the indication given by the superintendent of this civil hospital. But the fact is that if you have patients who, based on the progression of the case, require more critical care, then what is going to happen? Just 3 patients will consume all the oxygen here. You get my point now? This is the technical aspect. Just 3 patients can consume the whole oxygen. So what happens? Are we really prepared? No, we are not. That's why this is just an initial probably intervention, but then we have to ramp up. You got my point. Only 3 patients will be able to be catered by this quantum of oxygen. Similar situation in other hospitals also. So anyway, we will keep on visiting and then we will keep on speaking to the government and then see that we all realign our focus, realign our strategy and see how we can put things in order. Everything should fall in line once we have a political will. So we will try to see that we have a collective political will.